Guys, Automatic Garage back today. We got a 2011 F150 with the 5.0 Coyote in it. Complaint was I was driving down the street and it just shut off, and what will usually happen is people think it's a problem with their engine oil pressure, because as soon as the engine shuts off, the ignition's still on, it's not seeing oil pressure just because the motor's not running simply. But we don't have an oil pressure problem here. So we have a crank, no start with this, and this is a common thing with these. I think this is 9 through 14 is what this is common with, but it's actually a pretty simple fix. So let me turn around here and show you what we found initially. So of course you turn the key on, you do not hear the fuel pump running at all. So we immediately went to fuse 27 right here in the box. There's your diagram right there, it says 27. It's the second one from the left in this row here. And when we went to check it, you can see initially I tried to pull it out already, but it's melted and stuck down in there. We do have our battery disconnected, so please do that before you start messing with this like that. We're gonna get the rest of this out of here. I'm gonna have to get some finer needle nose probably. There we go. There's the rest of it right there. So you can see it didn't even burn through the fuse part, but the fuse is all melted and crusty. So the fix for this is you relocate the fuse to right here. You can see this is a spare, not used, it only has the one terminal in it. So here's your part number from Ford. They sell this repair kit. That's your number right there. So we'll open this up. It does come with detailed instructions, but this is a pretty simple process. So disconnect your batteries first. We're gonna undo the wire terminal here going into the fuse box. We have to get this wiring harness here that has a hole down. You can see the white hole down right down there. Pop that off. You're gonna get the box loose from the bracket, and then you're gonna split the box in half where all these prongs right here hold it together, and then we can get to doing our wire repair. So I'm gonna get all that done real quick and we'll get started on this. So this kit does come with real good directions. It's nothing difficult about it at all, but it takes you step through step about what to unhook, how to unhook it and all that. We're just giving you a quick rundown here. So we took our box off like I was saying, which are these prongs right here, which are what holds the whole entire box down. And then you split the box with all these tabs right here. Basically just start on one side of the box and kind of gently pull up on it until you get worked all the way around, then it comes all the way apart. And then once you get in there, you can see the wire that I have cut right there. So that's gonna get a piece of heat shrink on it. It's that wire right there. When we pull the other end out, you kind of get it fished out behind some wires in there so you can get this far outside the box. Strip it, and then your kit comes with this new wire right here, which this end is already made onto it. And then that's already pre-stripped also. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna twist the wires together. We're gonna solder it together. It comes with the heat shrink already in the kit. Also comes with a label to let anybody in the future know that your fuel pump fuse is not in the factory location where it was and that it has been fixed already. But yeah, it comes with 2 pieces of heat shrink. This big one is what's gonna go over this solder connection here that we're going to make. And then the other smaller one is what goes over the wire that we cut. So I'm gonna get this twisted together. Got the soldering gun warming up there, and we'll get this soldered up. All right, so we made our solder connection there. The main thing with the solder is you just want it to penetrate down into all these strands of wire, and that's basically your glue for keeping a good connection there. So it ain't got to be pretty. You don't have to put an overabundance on it. You just want to make sure you get the strands all covered up, and that's what keeps that connection good. So now we're going to take our big heat shrink here, and it will slide over this. I'm gonna let this cool off here for just a minute, because sometimes it'll try to start shrinking this stuff up if you don't let it cool off first. All right, so we made our connection there, and you may be asking, well, why'd you do it that way? That's what Ford tells you to do, is wrap it and then lay it back over itself, slide the heat shrink over it, and you just heat it up till the glue stuff starts melting out of it, and that's what gives you a good watertight, solid connection. Your other piece of heat shrink, you can see it up on there. You basically heat it up, let it shrink, take you some needle nose pliers, crimp the end over. That keeps it all glued and protected. And I think the main thing is, in case somebody was stupid and put a fuse back in there, I suppose, and then just cut off any excess you have once you get to that point. So now we're gonna get this fed to where it goes for the new fuse. All right, so your new fuse position is right here, which is 8 spots over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've already fed our other blade through there, which you can see from the bottom right here. That's the new one stuck up in there, so just push it in, and give it a little pull. Make sure it does not come back out. So now we can tuck our wires back up in here neatly and get the box snapped back together. All right, got the box all snapped back down. We put our 2 connections back on here. We're putting our 10mm back on. We're just gonna snug that down. It does not get extremely tight, so don't mess the stud up. Take your new fuse, put it in right there. It comes with this sticker to put in your box. Wherever you decide to put it, you can put it right down here. This is a nice smooth place to put it so somebody knows. You can reconnect your battery now. And now we should hear the nice sound of a fuel pump running. We put our key back in here. There you go. So it is that easy fixing this crank no start problem with your F-150. Check that fuse. If it looks burnt, looks crispy, hopefully your box has not started to melt up there. Sometimes that does happen, but typically it's just the fuse is melted up. And get that kit from Ford. It's like $36, something like that for the kit. And takes you, I would say somebody that's not confident in doing it, it might take you an hour to do it. It takes me about 30 minutes. So anyways, check that out. Check out the other content on our channel here. A whole lot of Power Stroke, Cummins, and Ford stuff here on the channel. If this channel has helped you diagnose or fix something yourself, or you just want to help support content on the channel here, go consider being a member of our Patreon. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Also, go to automedicgarage.com. We got some merch on there. And if you need somebody to work on your truck, all our contact info is there also. We appreciate y'all. We'll holler at you later.